Welcome into this week's edition of The Plus Side. There's a lot happening in the world these days, and news can be stressful.
Yes, and so we spend a few minutes every week telling you all about the good things happening right in our own state. We're going to start with this, the valuable lesson a hiker recently learned and his advice for others.
Ryan Sinclair says he is incredibly grateful to the crews who saved his life in York last week. Sinclair on one of the trails near Folly Pond when the unexpected happened. He says he climbed up onto a cliff, leaned against a tree, and the tree gave way. He fell more than 20 feet, was knocked unconscious. Sinclair says he woke up hours later, hypothermic, injured in the dark, eventually found his phone in a crevice and was able to call 911, and crews were able to track his location through the phone line.
From there, these awesome 20 firemen, police, volunteers, EMTs, they all came out and got me, and they did a phenomenal job. I mean, I was out in the middle of nowhere, and they found me within an hour. And they were so professional, so well-equipped.
Sinclair says he is still recovering from his injuries, and he's now telling other hikers to make sure that they inform somebody where they're going before they head out. So very lucky and glad he's okay.
Yeah, definitely. All right, so the beginning of May always brings a celebration of life at farms around the state. One farm in particular uses this time of year to honor a teenager who loved to visit before she died in a tragic hayride that happened back in 2014. Our Drew Peters takes us to the Shine on Cass baby animal shower at Heart to Heart Organic Farm in Albion.
I think it was 6 years that they came here.
It's a place that floods Monica Charay with memories.
There's hay bales down there, so we used to call those the marshmallows.
A farm her daughter Cassidy begged to be taken to each summer.
I think her favorite thing was to adopt an animal. You get to adopt an animal every summer. She had a picture of Erwin in her bedroom her whole life.
Memories that have brought with them a sting of pain ever since Cassidy hasn't been by her side.
In 2014, she was at a hayride. It was like a family attraction down in Mechanic Falls in western Maine.
That night, turning into a fatal accident that took Cassidy's life.
You know, with grief, everything is difficult.
Now, 12 years later, though, Monica and others are honoring Cassidy by sharing her passion for working on the farm she loved with a new set of faces.
Wait, you leave your arm right here, and we'll go, there we go.
Kids taking turns tending to baby goats.
What do you think? Is it super soft?
Learning about chickens.
Hi, cutie.
And spinning sheep's wool.
The idea is to clean it and get it straight.
I like petting them. I like when they jump on you. I like holding them.
Joy that brings back reminders of Cassidy's smiling face.
Being able to share that with them and talk about Cassidy and what an amazing young woman she was. There's just a really strong connection there.
A connection that Monica feels each time she sees another kid enjoying the farm.
Sometimes I see a child and she looks just like Cass to me because the wide eyes, and I'm so excited to be here.
Creating new memories that keep her daughter's spirit alive.
And honestly, if Cassidy was here, you know, I think she'd still be out visiting these animals today.
In Albion, Drew Peters, News Center, Maine.
Oh, good stuff right there.
Yeah, really good stuff. Yeah.
All right, we're going to move to this. Last month, considered Financial Literacy Month, meant to raise some awareness about the importance of money management.
Some students got that lesson in Herman. Excuse me, but not from teachers, instead from their peers. Last week, high schoolers visited a fourth grade class at Duran Elementary and offered tips on how to save, spend, and budget. It's part of a nationwide initiative called the Jumpstart Teen Teach-In program. Teens work with younger students to make money management easier to understand. Participants say it's a great way to give kids practical money skills that can stick with them for life.
I just hope that they understand the importance of budgeting and saving. And, you know, we have so much credit card debt and people living paycheck to paycheck. And I just hope that we can start to build that so it doesn't become that snowball effect for younger kids.
I think it's just good to see, like, all the liveliness in kids. And, like, it's good to have the big kids give back to the littles.
Organizers say another session will take place nationwide this fall.
All right, maybe the best news to come out of Maine last week. Cooper Flagg celebrated out in Dallas for winning the NBA's Rookie of the Year award. Some of his friends and family gathered to recognize not just the incredible season that he had, but all the work that got him
Maybe you need to move south.
To this point. And there's Todd's mic in the first place.
You know, I think this award and this recognition is something that, you know, all rookies come into the year fighting for, competing for, and you know, they're trying to put their best foot forward, you know, for this award. So I think, you know, just the recognition means a lot to me. You know, all the hard work, all the hours, you know, that I put in, you know, throughout the year, throughout the years previous, all the hours that I've put in my whole life, you know, just to get to this moment. I mean, it shows that it's all worth it.
Yeah, pretty special first season in Dallas for Cooper. So good stuff still to come for sure.
Yeah, for sure, right? All right, that's it for this week's edition of The Plus Side.
All right, we'll be back right after this.